Guys, you are welcome back. So first, before you invest into cryptocurrency, or before you think about investing into cryptocurrency, you first of all need to understand what cryptocurrency is, what blockchain technology is, or at least a little bit of knowledge about what blockchain technology is, the categories of cryptocurrencies, the type of cryptocurrencies. At least if you're able to get this first background, it will give you fair basics to be able to understand what cryptocurrency is and how to invest as a beginner. In my previous video, I actually addressed this topic. So in case you have not watched it, it is advisable you click here. There. Watch that video and come back. At least it will help you connect the dots and give you a fair understanding and a better understanding about how to invest into cryptocurrency as a beginner. But in case you still want to finish this video and get back and watch it, it's over to you. So let's get straight into the topic of discussion: how to invest into cryptocurrency as a beginner. What are the things you need to do? Do not just rush in and start investing because a friend told you about cryptocurrency, or certain social media hype, or a YouTube video convince you that cryptocurrency is a good investment. Then you rush in and start throwing money sporadically at it. If you do so, you'll be running down the ditch. You need to first of all understand that cryptocurrency is an investment, and investment is a skill that should be mastered. You could run yourself into fortunes by investing at the right time with the right strategy and making fortunes and probably become a millionaire. However, you could also be kicking yourself in the ass if you do not invest into the right cryptocurrency at the right time with the right strategy, and thereby making you lose a lot of money because you have invested into the cryptocurrency that you don't even understand what you're investing into. And that is why you need to be careful to put certain things in place before thinking about investing into cryptocurrency. Very important. Before you invest into a cryptocurrency, you need to do a research into that cryptocurrency by considering the following indicators. 1. What is the tech behind it? What is the use case behind that cryptocurrency? What technological problem is it solving? This is because there are numerous cryptocurrencies that are designed purposely to address some technological challenges or bring about certain innovations that looks very interesting. So if you research into the tech behind it and find out that the technology behind it is promising, is interesting, is robust, and has a potential to grow, then it's one of the key indicators that can help you to pick that crypto to invest in. You can be convinced that you are on your way to finding a good crypto to invest in. You can find this by reading the project's white paper or the crypto's white paper or white papers. And what is crypto's white paper? A crypto white paper is a document released by the project developers that explains how the project was conceived, the technological problem it is solving, the innovation that is bringing on board, and it is to explain to prospective investors to know the roadmap and to understand how viable that particular crypto project is so they can invest into it. It can contain formula, diagrams, or data of that particular project, and also contain the team that is behind that project and probably successes they have achieved so far in working in similar projects. When you look into all this and you realize that the team that is behind the project is a solid team, this could be a good indicator that the particular crypto you are choosing is a good project. It's a good crypto that has a good potential into the future and can help you make a very good choice of a crypto to invest in. So where can you find the crypto white paper. You can find the crypto or project white paper on its website or on a site known as coinmarketcap.com. In fact, this is very important in helping you choosing the right crypto to invest in. The next thing to look out for is the social media following of that particular crypto project. If you check and realize that that particular crypto project has a large social media following, has a large social media community base, then this could be one of the good indicators that should tell you that it has a lot of wider adoption, has a lot of people that are trusting in that project and then invest into it, or probably people that are fans of that particular crypto project. You can find this on Reddit, on Instagram, or Twitter. And when you find this to be convincing, then know that this is one of the strong indicators that it's a strong crypto project to invest in. So now let's move to the last thing you need to check under this particular stage. The last thing to check under this session is to check out for the TVL of that crypto project. And what's the meaning of TVL? This is the total user funds that are deposited in a decentralized finance, that is deposited in a decentralized protocol known as DeFi. These funds could be vested on the project for different purposes, such as for lending purposes, for staking purposes, etc., with platforms such as Uniswap, BlockFi, Celsius, which are all lending platforms. They could also be staked on platforms such as Binance, Solfair, Lido, and certain exchanges that allows staking. In generality, you can find the TVL of a project on platforms such as DeFiPulse, DeBank, DeFalama, etc. It denotes the popularity of a project and the number of users on that particular project. In fact, this is one of the strong indicators that can help you validate the robustness of a good crypto to choose to invest. This will help you identify the right project to invest for good returns. Good, so let's move to the next stage. You realize that after doing all this background research and background checks, it will give you a solid basics to be able to understand how you can now take a position and invest into cryptocurrency. So now, should you go right away and start investing? No, hold on. There's a next thing for you to do, and that is owning a wallet. You will need to create what is known as a wallet, a crypto wallet. So what is a wallet? A wallet is just like our normal fiat currency wallet, where you put your banknote inside. You store your money safely. So with cryptocurrency, you equally need a wallet where you store your cryptocurrency. And those wallets comes with addresses, just like the way with the bank, you have your bank account number that you can give out to people to send you some money or transfer some money to you. So the same way with cryptocurrency, when you own a wallet, that wallet comes with an address. And then in case you want someone to send you cryptocurrency, or if you have purchased cryptocurrency, that address is given out. Then the crypto is sent to your wallet through that address. There are basically two types. We have what is known as the hot wallet and then the cold wallet. So what is the difference? The hot wallet are mostly online. They could be apps that are created that are mobile apps. They could also be apps such as Exodus wallet, Phantom wallet. In fact, there are a lot of them that are online that you can use to create and install your crypto wallet. And mostly when you create them, you are giving what is known as a seed phrase. And that seed phrase is just like your bank account password. If you allow someone to have access to your bank account password, they will drain all your funds. The same way with the hot wallet or the wallets in general, you are giving a seed phrase that is more like your bank account password. So that seed phrase is kept securely somewhere and not known to anybody. If people discover it, they can drain all your funds. You could also be given a wallet on the crypto exchange platforms. When you register on the crypto exchange platforms, they can also offer you a free wallet where whenever you buy cryptocurrency from those platforms, they are safely stored on the wallet. Good. Remember also that the hot wallets are basically not considered to be entirely secured, because you can be hacked. Your laptop, your mobile device, your iPad, they could be tampered with, they could be attacked, and all your funds will be drained away. Or the platforms that stores your crypto can be hacked, and all your funds can be drained so easily. So that is why people consider the hot wallets not to be the safest to store your crypto. So in order to have the safest wallet to store your crypto, you need to consider using what is known as the cold wallet. And what is a cold wallet? A cold wallet simply is a device that allows you to store your crypto outside the platforms. In that case, your crypto is not stored online, they are offline, and it will be highly impossible for someone to hack your system, for someone to hack your account and drain your funds. Examples of them include the Ledger brand devices such as the Ledger Nano X and Ledger Nano S, and then we also have the Trezor wallet. So you can purchase these devices, and then whenever you purchase cryptocurrency, you just transfer them directly to the device. This is an example of a hardware wallet, otherwise known as a cold wallet. In fact, this is the most secured wallet you need to, if you are someone that really wants to take your investment into cryptocurrency seriously, you need to own a hardware wallet. Most especially if you are the type that is dealing with huge amount of investment, you need to own a hardware wallet. It will help you to have your funds saved and stored securely. So when you own a hardware wallet, it will also allows you the same process like with the apps wallet. You do the installation through a software on your laptop or your desktop. You do the installation, then after you have done the installation of the software, you go through, it will take you through the process of installation. Then after that, a seed phrase is generated. I think it's about 12 word phrase. It's about 12 word phrase. So that seed phrase is generated and you write them down. So when you write them down, they are kept somewhere securely. Do not store them on your email or store them online. Remember, if you store them online, it's just like owning an online wallet. It can easily be hacked as well and your funds drained. So you write them down, you find somewhere securely, store them. So that in case anything happens, maybe you crash your laptop is stolen, or the device you're using for the transactions is stolen, or anything happens, you can buy a new one and restore your funds and without losing anything. In fact, the hardware wallet, the cold wallet, is considered the most secured way of storing your cryptocurrencies. So these are the difference. So how would you get one of these to buy? There's a link at the description section. If you click on that link, it will safely take you to the website of Ledger, where you can safely and securely purchase a Ledger. You can, if you go there, the option is there. You can decide to purchase Ledger Nano X, Ledger Nano S, Trezor, whichever one that you want to buy. The options are there for you to purchase. And the good thing is that no matter where you are located in this world, they can ship it to you and you can go pick it up and start your investment. Good. We have come so far. So now that you have put all these things in place, you have done all these things. Congratulations. So what is the next thing to do? Should you start right away to invest into cryptocurrency? No. Pause. There's another thing you need to know. What you need to consider is that at the point you are thinking about investing, you need to understand the market condition at that point. You need to understand the market situation at that point. What is the fear and greed index? Is the fear and greed index high? So you need to understand what is known as bear market and bull market. These are terminologies that are used in cryptocurrency investment and investment in general. So now let's see the difference between bull market and a bear market. With a bull market, it is at this point that the prices of cryptocurrency can skyrocket and go to the moon. It can go on an uptrend for a number of times. It can stay that way for maybe over 2 months, 3 months, or even a year, depending on the situation, the market condition. So mostly what triggers the bull market is when there is some kind of institutional adoption, or maybe a particular country has decided to adopt cryptocurrency, just like El Salvador did some time ago. That can trigger the market to skyrocket. So it is at this point that a lot of people take profit, because at that time the market becomes so exciting that you find a lot of people in a very good mood for the market. So that is what is known as the bull market. There are a lot of conditions that actually necessitate the bull market. It's sustenance. It can stay for some time. It can stay maybe over some months, in a year, within a year period, or within some short period of time. So we can have a short bull market. We can also have a long bull market. So when we are in a bull market, mostly there's a lot of hype about cryptocurrency. This is a time that wherever you go on media, the media people are talking about it. Social media, they're talking about it. Journalists are talking about it. It is at this point when you see that it's getting all these hypes, they know that this is not the time to invest, because this is the time for profit taking, those that invested during the bear market. Good. So now let's look at the bear market. What is the bear market? Conversely, with the bear market, it is at this point where prices experience a steady decline to the downtrend. Mostly this can happen as a result of political situations, political uncertainties, global recession, maybe where the fear and greed index is high. It can trigger the downtrend of the market, and this can cause the market to even sometimes crash. So it is at this point that if you have not invested wisely, if you have not studied the market and understood the market, and you invested during the bull market, you realize that it is at this point that you start screaming on top of the roof. You start screaming and kicking yourself in the ass, because the entry points that you entered with into the crypto, the amount you entered with was slashed down to almost, if not quarter, but half of the investment you put in. So that is why you need to carefully study the market and enter into this market. In fact, it is at this point that most of the cryptocurrencies are given in a discount, because they become very cheap to purchase, and it is at this point that millionaires are made, because this is the point that when you invest with a certain amount of money and the price happens to go 10 times, go over 10 times, over 20 times the profit, then you realize that you're making some good cash in return as profit. So always make sure that when we are in the bull market, you take your profit. Do not get too greedy. When you get so greedy, you realize that within some time it goes down, and you start regretting that you've not taken profit and you've allowed the market to go back to a downtrend. So this is the place where a lot of beginners make mistake. They just hear about the currency. They have not taken their time to understand the strategies that are necessary to get into cryptocurrency. They just jump on board blindly, and all of a sudden they start regretting for investing into cryptocurrency. This is because they invested at the wrong time. They didn't time the market to invest. They invested at the wrong time. So always be very careful not to invest at the bull market. Very important. To really invest and be successful, you need to take these things into consideration. Make sure you invest at the right time, invest with the right cryptocurrency, and then always make sure you take profit during the bull market, and you'll be happy that you really did. Good. So now that you have understood what bear market is, what bull market is, and you have done your checks and realized that we are in a bear market, just like currently we are in the bear market. So should you go ahead and start purchasing some crypto? No. Pause. Wait a minute. There's another thing that you need to do, and that takes me to the next step, that is security. Very important and very key to your investment success. Know very well that once you have made the decision to deal with cryptocurrency, you'll be dealing with the internet space, the online space. And the internet space is full of scams, is full of hacks, is full of attacks. So if you do not put certain measures in place for your device security and the platforms you're operating with security, you could easily be hacked, you could easily be scammed, and all your funds drained away. Funds you have used hard-earned money to invest in will just be drained away so easily. Know that cryptocurrency is not like the traditional banks where we have the police. Some security is put in place to arrest people that commit crime, maybe who want to steal you or want to rob you. With cryptocurrency, you have to take care of your own security. So that is why you need to take your security very serious. So before you have a very tight security, you need to do the following. 1, ensure that you install the latest version of antivirus on your device, be it your laptop, your mobile phone, your iPad. In fact, whatever device you're using for a transaction, ensure that you have the latest version of antivirus installed in it, and constantly update that particular device. And also make sure that not only have you installed the latest version of antivirus, but then that particular device you're using, whether your laptop, your iPad, your mobile phone, do not install so many programs, so many software applications on that laptop, which can make it easily available for attacks. Make sure that you use that particular device purposely for cryptocurrency transactions. Very important. Then the next thing you need to do is to install a secured browser. Do not use Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Firefox is considered not to be that much secure. To have a secure browser, I recommend you install the Brave browser. You can just download it, install it, and use the Brave browser for all your crypto browsing and then transactions. You can just install the Brave browser and use that one to do your browsing for purposely on things related to cryptocurrency. You can probably use Mozilla Firefox for other things, but when it comes to cryptocurrency, ensure to use the Brave browser. Very good. So now, after you have installed the Brave browser, what next should you do? The next thing to do is to create an email. Do not use your old email address you have been using. That have been known by everyone. You have probably used that email several times on several online platforms. That's the one that is on your Facebook, on your Instagram, and a lot of areas you have used it for online transactions. Because that email address, if someone is able to have access to your Facebook and hack into your Facebook, they can hackers mostly they target places where you likely use your email address, and that includes Facebook, maybe other transactions you have done before online. They can trace to know your email, know your password, and they can easily hack into your account. So make sure you don't use your old email address. When you create a new email address purposely for cryptocurrency transactions. And I also advise that do not use Gmail. Use Proton. Proton is considered to be secure. So you create an email with Proton and use that email purposely for cryptocurrency transactions. And do not display that email. Do not use that email to log into to create other accounts that are not related to cryptocurrency. Ensure that that particular email is used to deal with crypto related issues. It's an email that is secured, that is used for purposely for your crypto transactions. When you have done this, the next thing to take note is that make sure that the password that you create with your Proton email is a strong password. Do not use your date of birth to create your password, because that can easily be traced. Make sure you create your password, make it alphanumerical. After you have done this, make sure to also back the password with Google Authenticator. When you do this, it will help the account to be more secured and very difficult to be hacked into. And in my next video, I shall take you through how to create an email with Proton, how to create Google Authenticator with your devices, and then create a wallet to safely purchase some cryptocurrency. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like the video, so that you don't miss that particular video. Good. So let's move to the next stage. What you need to do, that is the last stage, that is plan out your investments. The mistake a lot of new beginners do is that they just rush in and start investing without planning out a strategy of investing. So before you invest, do not rush into just invest because you have the money or the cash at hand. If you do that, you will run into loss and you will be very sad that you didn't take a strategy. So you need to take out a strategy, because the crypto market deals with volatility. So understand the price trend, like I explained with the bear market and in the bull market. Understand the price trend. So if you realize that the price is much of a downtrend, like currently that we are in, so what you could do is that you apply a strategy known as dollar cost average, DCA. So let's say, for instance, you have about $1,000 to invest. Don't just rush in right away, straight away, and start investing everything into that particular crypto. Whether it is Ethereum you are investing, it is Bitcoin, it is Solana, it is Cardano. So what you need is that you can divide that money by 4. So if you divide 1,000 by 4, you have $250. So that means that you invest 4 times of the investment time. So you can probably buy this week, maybe buy 250 worth of Bitcoin, and you wait. In about a week's time or 2 weeks time or about a month's time, depending on how you want to do it, you can go ahead and purchase again. So you purchase all your way down. So as the market keep on going on the downtrend, so you go with the market and you buy. So when you do it, so your chance of losing money will be less. So in that case, it will help you not to miss out on substantial gains when the price goes down and you're able to get some more discount in buying at a more cheaper price. So if you just buy with all the money and by the time you realize it goes down to a much lower price, then you start biting your fingers that why didn't you wait? So that is why you need to do dollar cost average. Conversely, if you realize that the price is on an uptrend, you could also do the same dollar cost average. You can probably buy this week, you buy $250, you wait another week or another month, you buy another $250. Because the issue that with the currency, nobody knows. No, it is hard to really know where the bottom is or know where the top is. So when you do the dollar cost average, then use this strategy, it will hedge you against running into so much loss and probably get some gains in your portfolio. So that is why it is necessary to plan out your investment. Do not just rush in like that and pour everything inside. Good. So after you have done all this, congratulations. Why? Because this will help you now have a solid background to now start your investment into cryptocurrency. So now that you have done all these things, it's now time for you to locate a platform to start purchasing your first cryptocurrencies or cryptocurrency. So now this takes me to the last stage, that is finding a platform to purchase cryptocurrency. Before you choose a platform to purchase a cryptocurrency, you can just go on Google and search for reviews on crypto platforms that you can purchase cryptocurrency. So you read the reviews, you just look at the reviews, the one that you think that is appropriate to you, the one that you think that is convincing to you, then you select that particular platform and head over straight up and start to purchase some cryptocurrency. Remember, they will need some you need to do some registration. You need to fill forms and do some registration online, and in most cases they will demand what is known as KYC. KYC means know your customer. You submit certain documents, probably your passport or driver's license, anything that is of a national ID. You submit to the platform, so you scan it, or sometimes you take a shot of it, then you submit to the platform, including your certain information about you, probably date of birth, and then all those kind of necessary information that they will need on the platform. So you submit all those information, then you are allowed to legally be a member of that platform to be able to log in and purchase some cryptocurrency. They do all that to avoid scams, to avoid people that are scammers, so that they were able to sanitize the platform. But I know some people are not probably comfortable giving out their data or probably their ID cards. So in that case, you could also rely on some platforms that are also available that do not require any KYC. Some of them include local Bitcoin, local cryptos, Shift, and then BitQuick, I think. Yes. So if you check on some of these platforms, they will allow you to be able to register without any need of going through KYC, but you can be able to purchase some cryptocurrency. The only thing is that these platforms that are not having KYC, sometimes if you run into trouble, then it's really difficult to really get help. But when you are on a platform where there's KYC, maybe you run into issue with scamming or any difficulty, they're able to help you out because you are legally registered on that platform. So in case you want to be much safer, probably register on an exchange or a platform that allows KYC. You could register on Coinbase, Binance, FTX Exchange, KuCoin, Kraken. In fact, there are a lot of them that you will have to now look at the one that you think you really like, probably the design of the platform, or depend on the requirements that they are asking for before you can register. You compare all those requirements. As I explained earlier on, they will give you a wallet, a free wallet, where you can purchase your crypto and probably leave it there for the meantime or temporary. Or in case you think you have a hardware wallet, after purchasing, you just transfer straight to your hardware wallet. But remember, not all these platforms are available to all countries. Some of them are restricted to certain geographical locations. Especially in Africa, there are some of the platforms that are not available. A platform like Voyager is not available in Africa. So if you're in Africa, especially Ghana, there is a link at the description that you can just click on that link. It's an affiliate link. So when you click on it, it will safely take you to a site known as pitfalls.com, where you can safely just register. They will require for certain information from you, probably your ID card. Then you submit the information. Then you are set to go to start to purchase some cryptocurrency. In fact, you can even purchase with the local Ghanaian cedis, not necessarily with the US dollar. You can purchase with the local Ghanaian cedi. If you are also in any part of Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, you can purchase with your local currency in that particular countries. So that's the beautiful thing about Passwell.com, because it is a peer-to-peer network that allows you to have engagement with the one you are purchasing the cryptocurrency from, and then you are set to go to purchase your cryptocurrency. Beautiful. So now let's get to the conclusion. Should you invest into cryptocurrency? Well, the choice is yours. And remember, cryptocurrency is not a get-rich-quick investment. And in fact, you can even be broke for a while before maybe you begin to realize some substantial gains. So you need to be patient to better understand it. That'll give a very good position to really be successful into cryptocurrency. So you need to take your time, do a lot of learning on it before you be able to really become successful and have a breakthrough in cryptocurrency. So someone might go like, well, I don't have the money to purchase a hardware wallet, and with the insecurity situation with the online wallet, with the hot wallet, then let me just sit on the sideline because I can't purchase a hardware wallet. As a beginner, probably you could just use the Phantom wallet or the Exodus wallet. Just install it on your desktop, or if it's a mobile app, you install it. Then maybe begin with a small amount. Probably if you are not too sure, you still have some fears, just begin with a small amount and see how it all goes. And then when you begin to realize that you have done a lot of study on it and you have a lot of understanding on cryptocurrency, then probably you can go all in instead of going in half in, right? Well guys, all too soon. This is what time will allow me with this video. I thank you for sticking and staying around from the beginning of the video to the end of this video. In case the content resonates with you, do not forget to give me a like, subscribe. You can also leave your comment in case you have certain questions you want to ask, or in case there is anything you want me to help you out with, or in case you want us to have an engagement. You can leave it at the comment section, then I'll have an engagement with you. So do not forget to give me that like, give me that subscription, because it will help the channel and also motivate me as well to come your way with more videos like this. So thank you so much that you have stayed with me to this end of the video. I will see you again another time with another video. Bye bye.